x squared y cubed times 125 xy squared. And here's the thing. If I have these two being square rooted and they're being multiplied, then 5x squared y cubed 25xy squared. And what that tells me is, and by now you should know that 125 is 5 cubed, right? So if this was 5 cubed and this is 5, then I really have the square root of 5 to the 4th times x to the 3rd times y to the 5th, because they add. Okay? Good? Alright, and then I start pulling out. Remember, there's a hidden 2 here. So that 2 starts pulling out. So 2 goes into 4. Because this 5, you see how that trick, I put this in the exponential form? So now I can treat it just like I do my A's and my B's and stuff. So now I just go 2 goes into 4 2 times. So I got 5 squared. 2 goes into 3 once with 1 left over. And 2 goes into 5 2 times with 1 left over. Voila. Did I forget something? 2. 2 times. Voila.
Wait, that's not an answer.
It's not an answer?
No.
Why not? What's 5 squared?
Oh.
Is this an answer? I hope. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I look
Okay.
kind of silly up there. Alright. Alright. Oh! Thought we had time for that one. That was 17 minutes. We'll just keep going and I'll cut it. Make it in 2 pieces. Okay, so I'll just make this a real long one. And then I'll cut it in half. Okay, so then we have this last one on this page. And here's the thing. A square root of A times the square root of B is equal to the square root of AB. That makes sense, right? Well, square root of A divided by the square root of B is equal to the square root of AB. Same thing. Right? So, when I get something like this, the square root of 2 over 882, then what I really get is the square root of 2 over the square root of 882, right? But before I start messing around with it, 2 rules you have to know. 1, one over the square root of x is really equal to the square root of x over x. Okay? The reasoning is when we have this, we can't have square roots in the bottom as an answer. We can never keep square roots in the bottom. So what we got to do here is multiply the bottom and the top by something that gets rid of that square root. And by multiplying the bottom and the top by that square root of x, it produces x in the bottom and the square root of x in the top. So this is how we have to have our answers. So, no square roots in the bottom, or no radicals in the bottom. Okay? And so what we got to do is break it down. First thing, whenever you got this whole thing, just like in other chapters, break down the fraction first. If you can break it down, break it down. So does 2 go into this? And yes, it does. So it's 1 over 4, 4, 1. Okay? And now, can you break down 4, 4, 1? Well, when I add 4 plus 4 plus 1, I get 9. Is 9 divisible by 3? Then 441 is also divisible by 3. So the best way to break down that number is to break it down prime factorization first. Okay? So, oh, and remember, this is just the square root of 1 over the square root of 441, and the square root of 1 is 1. So it's really 1 over the square root of 441. And that's why we can't do that. We can't keep it like that, so let's pull it out. Okay? So 3 goes into there how many times? Once, with 1 left over. 3 goes into 14. How many times? 4, with 2 left over. And then 7 times, right? Okay, so does 3 go into 147? Well, 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 7 is 12. 12, 3 goes into 12, so 3 goes into 147. So, 3 goes into 14, 4 times with 2 left over. 3 goes into 27, 9 times. Okay. Does 3 go into 49? No, but now it's a small enough number that we understand what does, right? 7, 7, 7, 1, you're done. Cool part here is it actually breaks 4. We don't have to actually do this rule because we get 2 and 2. So that's 1 over 3 times 7, which is 1 over 21. But this rule is still important because I bet on this next one we will have to do the rule. Okay, where are we at? 21, we got 9 minutes. I can do it. Alright. We got a little less than 9 minutes. Okay, so 10, 5x cubed, y cubed over x squared, y squared. Square rooted, okay? So, wow, this one's really easy, right? We see the answer already. Okay, I can't pull a 5 out, but I can pull 2 x's for 1 x outside, right? So 2 goes into 3 once with 1 left over. 2 goes into 3 once with 1 left over. Over, oh, 2, pull 1, and then, uh-oh, clink, clink, blink, 5xy square root. Okay, so, here's the thing. Did I have to go through all of that? One other way to do this. 5x cubed, y cubed over x squared, y squared is also like this, right? So just do the 5x to the 3 minus 2, which is x, right? 3 minus 2, y. Wow, that was a lot easier. Okay? So don't forget chapter 4, your rules of exponentiation, okay? We get more time. We got one more. Alright, so. Oh, here comes a problem we were talking about. 1 over 11, the square root of.